So what's your name?
Ryan.
How old are you?
22.
Okay, and what do you drive?
Mark III Scirocco.
Could you tell me a bit about your Scirocco that makes it different to any other Scirocco?
Makes this car different?
Yeah.
Wait. Well, for a start, you've got the massive spoiler.
Yeah, it's freaking big.
You've got front splitter, facelift, and bucket seats, 4-point harnesses with a one-off harness bar.
Okay.
So that's custom made.
Big ass thing back here.
Yeah, that's custom made.
Okay, sweet.
Got the Cody shifter, which you can't actually see. Yeah, there's a few bits of carbon detailing inside. I've got a boot build that I built myself.
Sweet. How long has it taken you so far to get it to this point?
The car looks so sorry for itself. Like, start of January, there was no front bumper because I'd sold that.
Yeah.
I had 17-inch wheels and actually a spare because I sold one of those because some guy needed one and I wanted to get rid anyway. Back box was split open. There's actually a YouTube video of my exhaust going flaming out the centre. Oh shit! Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh shit! I need to see that.
Adam C.
That yet.
Adam C.
Oh, you got that? He captured it.
Yeah, he got it from the. What was it, the Paul Walker meet last year in November?
Oh, okay, the last memorial meet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
So, have you got anything else planned for it that you want to do to it?
The list is too long. So.
That's a good point actually. Is any project car ever finished?
Never.
Is it ever completed?
If you ever get to that point where you feel like you've completed the car,
you need a new car.
You've fallen out of love with the car.
Yeah, that's when you need to change and get a new one.
It's easy as that. Like, the minute you stop wanting to do anything to the car and you feel like you need to take a step back and go, I'm happy with where the car is, then it's just like, you're already at that point where you feel like you can't do any more to it and you fell out of love with the car.
Oh, so do you have any idea how much you spent on it so far getting it to this level?
Well, the car cost 10 grand originally. I've probably sunk about 5 grand in it this year.
5 grand? Fuck.
5 grand.
That's more than I paid for my car. I paid 3,100 for my car.
So I could probably buy 5 of those.
In the amount that you spent on
this one car.
Yeah.
But you won't find another Scirocco that looks like this one.
Yeah, no, I've noticed as well while we've been driving around, the amount of people that turn around and actually just stare at the car.
It's loud, it has presence.
Yeah.
So it just looks absolutely mean.
I love it. I love the colour. It's freaking beautiful on it.
It's factory colour.
I love it, man.
You don't see many people actually modify the Viper Green ones,
though. They don't need to. the colour's perfect on them.
Exactly.
It's literally freaking perfect on them, man.
Can't go back on what I've done though either.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got the bonnet pins.
Oh yeah. So you need a new bonnet if you're gonna freaking stop
wings
it.
are drilled to put the bumper holders on.
Oh shit, yeah. The quick release,
Rear wing, that's mounted on the tailgate. So I'd have to replace the boot lid.
See, this is like what I was saying earlier, why I'm scared to take that leap with fitting a spoiler to mine and stuff like that. Because then you've got to drill into bodywork, and then if you want to go back to stock, you've got to either
your car's
replace it.
cheap enough anyway.
Yeah, relatively.
I want to put this on air.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's on mine as well.
On airlift on this.
What airlift kit you want to do?
Probably 3P. Edit with performance struts, 389s.
See, I like the AccuAir one, the CVT system, where everything's contained within the actual compressor.
But I like the idea of having everything on show, you know.
Yeah, but you can have the tank on show, and then you have to worry about all that noise of the compressor all the time freaking going off, because it's quieter in the back. Like.
Oh no, of course, but like, you do it, you take that into account that
true.
You do it knowing you're going to do that noise.
Yeah, but then if you want it all to be on display, then that's different. That's completely different.
Exactly.
It's all part of the setup. Whereas me, I like the whole minimalist look where you won't be able to, all you'll see is literally a tank and probably like one pipe coming out either end down underneath the carpet, and then that's it. Yeah. Literally, like, that's it. I want it to look clean, like.
Yeah. But I'm the complete opposite though. Mine's just make it look as loud as it can be.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, luckily with this, it isn't a case of all show no go. Like, it actually does move.
It does move.
Yeah.
Oh. Even though it's just had an engine rebuild, so.
Which leads me on to my next question, the dreaded question. Have you had any issues with it so far? And if so, what's been wrong? What's gone on?
Well, to be fair, the car's sitting on 118,000 miles now.
Okay, yeah.
So I bought it on 65 3 years ago.
Oh shit, okay.
So I've done...
You pretty much doubled it, like, since then.
I've done 55,000 miles in 3 years. It's a lot. Obviously, it's only a 1.4.
Yeah.
So they're not designed for, like, being ragged about.
Yeah.
Long drives. They're more of a town car.
Yeah, exactly.
I've not treated it like that.
It doesn't look like a town car.
Doesn't sound like one.
Doesn't sound like a town car either.
No.
No, I love it though, man. I freaking love it.
Yeah, man.
And how much of the work have you done yourself?
All of it.
Okay, sweet.
So boot build done myself, put the seats in,
Sweet.
harness bar,
So a proper
head
car
unit. Yeah, man. Like the only thing I didn't do was the engine rebuild and gearbox change.
Okay, yeah. So what was actually wrong with it for it to be off-road for that long?
It first went in originally for a gearbox change.
Okay.
And then turns out that the timing went when they changed the gearbox, the clutch, turned the engine backwards, jumped the timing. So the whole head had to be rebuilt. It's had so many new parts in the engine. The top half's basically brand new. But even though with the engine rebuild, I'm still required to get a new engine because it suffers from low oil pressure under 2000 RPM.
But then that's an excuse to keep the revs up though. That's an excuse to keep speeding.
I do that anyway. But yeah, like, so what's happened is the crankshaft and the main bearings have worn.
Yeah.
So there's a significant internal loss on the oil pressure.
Oh yeah, because it will be leaking out from in between where the bearings are and shit.
So because it's got such a great internal loss, eventually it will need a new engine.
Yeah.
Financially, that's not viable after 2.5 grand bill so far. So it'll
be a technical write-off for the engine that it need to be.
Yeah, so I got to the point where I'm fed up. I've not had the car for 10 weeks. I'm just gonna take it back and just run it. Yeah. Like if it goes, it's gonna go either way.
Fuck it, go out with a bang.
Oh, I hope not. No. But like,
you're gonna replace it with the same engine again or something different?
It depends at the time. To be fair, at the time I'll probably just stick on the low mileage and up of the same engine. Okay. Because I want to get the aesthetics done more
than the performance.
Yeah, because the performance is going to cost a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So an engine swap. It sounds easy on paper, but for the engine I want, you need the loom and then clocks, coding, ECU, ignition barrel.
It's not as simple as just plug and play, just swap it over.
Because the engine I want, it's in DSG, I'm a manual, so it's a whole new gearbox, wiring, looms. Yeah, it's a big job. It's a massive job. The engine I want to be built up to the power I want, it's probably around 20 grand. And that's to include a 4-wheel drive conversion. And the thing is, you can't ever say, no one else can ever say whether or not it's worth it or not. It's always down to the person that's actually doing it. Oh, of course. This car's had hate for the mods it's got on it for a 1.4. Yeah. Everyone goes, oh, what's the point? What's the point? Just sell it and get a 2 litre. But the way I've always seen it is, when you get haters, that's when you know you're doing something right. Oh, of course. Because it's getting people's attention. They're actually talking about it. Oh, of course. And 9 times out of 10, hate comes down to envy and jealousy. But at the same time, I bought the car at 19, live in central London. Yeah, work it out. Terrible postcode for insurance, one of the highest category insurance brackets. So the 1.4 was all I could afford at the time. Paid 3 grand for my first year. That reminds me of the days when I had my RX-8. My first year's insurance on it cost me the same as what I paid for the car, 4.5 grand. The second year was 3.5 grand. It was like, it's crazy. Yeah. The cost of a car insurance in London is ridiculous. It is, but that's another thing that stops people, especially young people in London, from getting really expensive, nice cars. Because not a lot of people can afford to actually insure it. It's the running costs as well. Oh yeah, newer cars are quite cheap on running costs, to be fair. I got Ultimate Stance at the weekend. I'm doing 600 miles. Busy weekend for you, mate. Looking forward to it though, mate. Yeah, absolutely of course. Thrilled, buzzing. Got the car back. You know, could be good. Could be absolutely good. Well, fingers crossed everything goes well for it, man. Yeah, man. I'm nervous. I'm bricking it a little bit. 600-mile road trip. Yeah, you're gonna be proper conscious. Just had an engine rebuild. Yeah. I'm not actually. I've got it up to like 80, but I've not done like motorway drive. Yeah, I'd keep it low. I'd keep the speeds low and the stick to 70. I don't want to hit 2.5, 3,000 because that's when the exhaust vibrates. And you don't want to go lower than 2,000 because then you drop oil pressure. So you got to keep it in that sweet spot. Between oil pressure and exhaust, you got to. Yeah, I know, because the exhaust literally just deafens you after like about 3,000 RPM. Yeah, so imagine that non-stop on the motorway, droning there. Yeah, new downpipe for you. Oops. Have you thought about getting a valve system for it? To To be fair, that was the plan, because I'm planning to actually get the exhaust done beginning of March. So going to Tony Banks up in Leeds.
Yeah.
Because like it's far, but through my car club I get the discount. I've heard a lot of good new things.
And if the quality of work's good, then it'll be worth it.
Quality is awesome. So what we're doing is we're going from downpipe back 2.5 inch, and then we're going out to a quad 4-inch aquapovic tips.
Oh, so
that's not even been done.
does he do custom valve systems and?
I'm sure if he was to supply the pipe, he would. But at the moment, that's a £700 quote.
Yeah.
So I got to get the money saved for that. Well, yeah, there's a lot of editing for you to do, boy.
I hope you enjoy what you lot see. Peace.
Peace.